Hello everyone, welcome back to the F7 revision series. Let's start with the next topic, that is events after reporting period. The very first thing, what is my reporting period? Reporting period is the year for which I am making my books of accounts. For example, my year starts on 1st of January 2021 and it ends on 31st of December 2021. So that becomes my reporting period. Do you think that on 31st December itself my books of accounts will be completed and accepted by the shareholders? No, it takes time. Okay, there is a time lag in between. First of all, the books of accounts are made, the directors look into the books of accounts, everything is done, and after that the shareholders approve the books of accounts in annual general meeting. Okay, now what are events after reporting period? Normally when we make our books of accounts, we incorporate items only relating to that particular year, right? Even the salaries, expenses, everything relating to 1st January 21 to 31st of December 21 will be incorporated in my books of accounts, right? But what if there are certain events that are happening in between these two dates? Will I go and change the books of accounts here? Normally we do not change the books of accounts. Why? Because once the period is done, after that we will adjust only the next year's books of accounts, right? But there are certain events which will be adjusted for. How will that be adjusted? Let's see that. Okay, so which events are we talking about? The events which occur in between the year end date and the date when the books of accounts are approved by the shareholders in general meeting. Any other event after this, will I consider that? No, I am considering only these events. Okay, now there are two types of events. One is adjusting events, next is non-adjusting events. What are adjusting events? Events which have a certain condition existing on the balance sheet date or the year end date or the reporting date. This is also known as the reporting date. What do you mean by this? I will explain it with the help of an example. For example, there is a debtor ABC. He is supposed to pay 20 lakhs to us. But then on 31st of December, we have come to know that he has applied in the court for insolvency. Okay, which means what? There is a possibility that he might be declared as an insolvent. Now, what has happened from the year end date to the date when books of accounts are approved, in between what has happened? He has actually been declared as an insolvent. Now what will I do? There was a condition existing on the balance sheet date and exactly the same thing has happened. So will this be an adjusting event? Yes, this will be an adjusting event. But then you will say, ma'am, how are we going to incorporate this in our books of accounts? Right? We will incorporate this by adjusting the balance sheet by creating a provision. Okay? Why? Because as per concept of prudence, in case of any losses, what do? You immediately incorporate in your books of accounts. But here what are we doing? We will be making a provision. How do you make an entry for provision? Provision for bad and doubtful debts account debit to debtors account. When will this be made? On 31st of December. Why? Because the actual bad debts have not taken place on 31st of December. Actual bad debts have taken place later on, right? Okay, so what will I do? Provision for bad and doubtful debts account debit to debtors account. Now, next year, suppose he has actually been declared as an insolvent on 28th of February 22. Now, what entry will you pass? Normally for bad debts, what entry do we pass? Bad debts account debit to debtors account. Normally, right? But now in this case, we have already reduced the debtors. We have already made a provision. So what will I do? Instead of crediting to debtors, I will credit it to provision, right? Initially, the provision was debited, it was being made, and this provision is seen as a liability in your balance sheet. Then you have your bad debts to provision for bad and doubtful debts. I hope this is clear. Okay. Next, non-adjusting events. An event which is not an adjusting event becomes a non-adjusting event. Okay, what do you do with non-adjusting events? You disclose it in notes to accounts. Is that clear? There is one more situation. If the event gives a doubt on going concern, then adjust the books of accounts. What do you mean by going concern? Whenever I am making my books of accounts, I am assuming that my business will continue for a longer period, at least for 12 months. But what has happened? There has been an event. Suppose there was an earthquake. Everything is destroyed. Do you think there was any condition existing on 31st of December? No, there was no condition existing. But this event has become such that there is nothing left with me. Okay, so in that case there is a problem with my going concern, then I will adjust my books accordingly. But any other event such as there was flood, my business is yet there, a little bit of loss has been incurred, but it is necessary for the shareholders to know about it. What do? I just disclose it in my notes to accounts. There is one particular declaration that dividend declared is always a non-adjusting event. Always a non-adjusting event means what? Accounted in the year when paid. When it is paid. Even if it is relating to my past year, even in that case it will be considered as a non-adjusting event. I hope this topic is clear. Kindly revise this topic. So the next topic I'll cover in the next session. Thank you.